So these are the OpenSwim Pro, a pair of bone conduction headphones that I purchased. They come from Shokz, so very popular brand when it comes to these bone conduction headphones. I'm going to go ahead and get this unboxed with you today. So in terms of the features, the OpenSwim Pro are definitely a premium pair of bone conduction headphones. And straight away, getting them out of the box here, I can definitely feel the quality here. If you've owned a pair of Shokz bone conduction before, then you'll know kind of what to expect there. And a number of features worth mentioning here straight off the bat. First off, this has Bluetooth 5.4 compatibility, so this is going to give a very strong connection to your mobile devices. Obviously, these are completely waterproof, IP68 rated, and you might be thinking, well, if they're intended for swimming as well, then what have I got to do? Carry my phone around in my swimming trunks? Absolutely not. These also have 32 gigabytes of internal storage, so you can put your music files, podcasts, whatever it is, directly onto the headphones themselves. So you don't even need to make use of the Bluetooth if you don't want to. You can take these out with you, even without a phone. As you can see, they have this silicone texture all around, so I'm expecting them to be very comfortable to wear. I'm going to pop them on in a minute. And on the bottom here, we have the media controls along with the charging port here. But before we try them on, let's just see what else comes in the box here. Okay, there's lots of layers to get through, it seems. Oh, it feels like Christmas. Okay, so everything comes in a handy carrying pouch. I'm a big fan of that. And inside here, we do have some instruction manuals and other documentation, along with some swimming gear for your ears. So of course the actual bone conduction headphones themselves don't go into your ears, so having these included to block out any additional ambient sound is going to be super helpful. And the other thing I want to mention, something that's fantastic about these bone conduction headphones, is you can expect up to 9 hours of use off a single charge. But now let's pop them on for the first time, see how comfortable they are. And no issues there putting these onto my head. They just fit on really easily. Of course, these are pretty much aimed for those of you that want to do a lot of swimming, but there's nothing stopping you from using these in pretty much all manner of other exercises, or if you're just out walking. Having the bone conduction is really helpful because of the fact that it lets you stay aware of your ambient surroundings when you need to. But they are super lightweight on my head. It won't take long until you just forget they're even there. Now, if you are not familiar with bone conduction, if this will be your first pair, this isn't a warning, but just a bit of advice. You may take a little bit of time needed to get used to them because of the sound going into your skull. It is a little bit of a different sensation than standard headphones, so just bear with it, and once you get used to it, it will just feel like second nature. But I've got my phone here, so we'll connect them and see how easy that process is. If I just hold the media controls down for a moment, yep, I get the pairing notification, so let me just go ahead and open up the Bluetooth on my phone. So you probably can't see that very easily, but they have just popped up as an available device. I'll go ahead and click that. It says pairing. I may get a notification there, yep, tap pair. And there's the audio notification to confirm that everything is paired up. Took about 5 seconds, so very easy process. Now, my Android phone only supports up to Bluetooth 5.3, I believe it is, so that is still going to provide a fantastic connection, but later on down the road, if I upgrade my phone to a Bluetooth 5.4 device, then I'll really be able to take advantage of that technology that is also included in these bone conductors. And I'm just going to pop a music track on here so I can test out the audio. And I absolutely think the sound here is fantastic after just putting these on for a few seconds. So often with bone conduction headphones, I don't expect good sound quality because that's not really the intended purpose primarily. Primarily, it's to give you access to your music library, to your podcasts, while still being able to hear your surroundings. And I still can hear my surroundings, but I haven't really sacrificed the audio quality to be able to do that here. So that is a pleasant surprise. This is actually a really good sound. And whilst I'm listening to this, I will just point out as well that, of course, there is inbuilt microphone here too. So you can use these for hands-free calling as well. And that inbuilt microphone does have noise cancellation. And whilst I'm in this big open space, I'm just going to go ahead and leave my phone here with the camera and then see how far I can walk before losing signal with this Bluetooth connection. Well, I'm actually about 70 meters away and I haven't even had a single bit of dropout. I've still got complete full connection using the Bluetooth 5.3 and no issues there whatsoever. This is far more than I'll ever need to use with these headphones, so I'm not going to walk down any further. And if you actually end up being able to access the Bluetooth 5.4, if you have a compatible device that will allow you to connect to that, then I think the connection is just going to be like the old wired connections, you know? It's not going to feel wireless at all. It is that strong of a connection. But of course, most of the time I'll be using this with my phone close by, or if I am swimming, I may make use of that 32 gigabytes internal storage to have files directly stored on the headphones themselves. So I've been testing them out now for about 25 minutes. I'm really surprised with the quality of the sound. That's not something I normally would anticipate with bone conduction headphones. Normally you are sacrificing that sound quality for the fact that you are going to be able to have those open ears. But one of the great things, something I haven't mentioned yet, I really wanted to put this to the test before I did so. I don't have the annoying vibration that you tend to get with bone conductors on the side of your head. Remember I said it might take a little bit of getting used to? That hasn't been the case here with this pair for me, because I've just not felt them vibrating with the sound at all, which to me is really impressive. I don't know how Shokz have done that. Maybe if I rammed the volume up high, I would feel that a little bit. I don't need to do that. But at about 60% volume, I've not felt anything at all. So these have not been irritating in any way. So folks, that is my first impressions and unboxing of the OpenSwim Pro by Shokz. Definitely encouraged by them so far. Looking forward to putting them through their paces and especially testing out the battery life once I've got them charged up, see how long they will last. I'll make sure to bring a more full in-depth review later on down the road. But yeah, like I say, first impressions positive. And if you're looking for a pair of bone conductors and want to invest in something a little bit more premium that's going to last and have those additional helpful features, then this may be a set worth checking out.